Okay, so here's the biggest mistake we see in commercial HVAC, rhyme intended. I'm going to show you here what's going on. Okay, so here we have a typical HVAC system. 8067 entering the coil. We've got a nice coil depression down to 52 degrees, which is great, removing tons of humidity and sensible heat. Pick up a few degrees. Let me move over here. Pick up a few degrees in the fan, and we blow this 55-degree air into the space to maintain a 72-degree temperature. So here's what happens. This is great when you have a full load or a very hot sunny day. You want that 55-degree air blowing in your space. Here is the problem and what people miss often. And that is this. What happens at part load? So take that same air conditioning system, providing 55-degree air on a cool, rainy day, and what's going to happen? You're going to overcool the space. Then your coil is going to shut off, and you're not going to get any dehumidification. In my experience, coils that are off do not dehumidify the air. So what will happen is you'll have short cycling of the coil, and you'll be providing humidity in the space, and over the course of a short time, you'll have elevated humidity levels in the space. So here's the solution. What you want to do ideally is still provide the 52-degree air off the coil, but you want to heat it back up so that you don't overcool the space. Okay, so we're heating it back up here, and then we're providing that air into the space, which is relatively cool and very dry. We do that with something called hot gas reheat. So here's a standard refrigeration cycle with the discharge off the compressor going into the condenser coil. But here's what happens when we do hot gas reheat. We take some of that gas and we move it here to a hot gas reheat coil. Okay? So you've got cold air coming off your cooling coil, cold air coming off your cooling coil, and we're reheating it back up so that we don't overcool the space. So the sole purpose of hot gas reheat is not to dehumidify, it's to provide heat so that you don't overcool the space. All the dehumidification happens in the cooling coil. Please note, hot gas reheat is completely different than hot gas bypass, and we'll do another video on that shortly.